Yo, what's going on, everybody? So, this is a little testing that we're doing today, and everything is not going to be perfect, but we are going to be working on getting some settings correct and levels and looks. And so, if you're coming in here tonight, obviously you know who I am. So, my name is John Ryan from Coffee Talking Tech. I see Sammy's here, I see Patrick's here, I see my mom stopping in. So, listen. This is all just a new test. I do have Jeff here with me. We're going to do a little background test with the sounds, and we're going to do a little test of some overlays that we have. And then on top of that, just want to see how everything flows, considering everything is kind of getting together. We're getting close. So let me know. Any feedback is helpful. And so let me know. And we'll see how that ends up panning out for us in general. So let me get this fixed. All right. Yeah, well, Sammy, we're going to try to be the vMix masters soon. That's the idea. I don't know if we'll get there, but all right. So let me just show you guys what kind of like we're up to. And I'm going to bring Jeff into the scene and we can get a look. All right, there's Jeff, and let's just make sure I can hear his audio. There
Can
you
you hear
go.
me or no?
I can. I muted yours when we were coming in, so I just had to find it.
So rude, man. I mean, I have nothing but good things to say. How could you ever bother to mute little old me?
Oh,
Hi to everybody. And what's really interesting is I would love to see feedback on mic levels. Sammy, if you could give
yeah,
us some vocal levels, we're in a really curious mode here.
yeah.
I've never had my input gain so low. And I'm very, very curious to see. We can always watch it at the end, too. You know what, John? A question for you.
Sure.
I saw feedback when we were having issues at the beginning. The only way I've been able to get through into this mode has been through my OBS. I've tried to go direct in my cam link, so clearly that's not the way it has to be. I would like to not have to use, although I don't mind using OBS because then I can get some control and do stuff. But I'd like to take that layer out.
So you want to take OBS out of the mix?
Well, I mean, what do you think? I mean, it's just another layer. I don't know. I could always
Well,
take it out direct.
right. You could take OB out of the mix when you're using
Right.
vMix, absolutely, because then there's no
Mhm.
need for it. Yeah, then there would be
It just
absolutely
didn't,
no
it just
need.
didn't work. It just didn't work out that way, though. It kept showing up black, and I wanted to work on that. Something we should work on because I wasn't having any success doing that. But everything else has been really, really, really solid as far as just using the web browser. Now, I still want to go peer to peer because I think however good this picture and sounds end up being, of course, will be even better. I realize I'm talking away from my mic a little bit, so I apologize. Um,
Yeah, I mean, hold on one sec. I gotta adjust you. Go ahead. Let me see. You're 45.
you making me louder? Or
No, what it is there is a setting for when you get taken out of a scene, it mutes your mic. And so
oh, yeah.
when I throw you back, okay, and it's just like I'll switch to me. Now, if it's just me, I should be able to hear you still. So can I now it's muting you again, and I'm trying to look for that particular setting.
Yeah, that's rude.
Yeah, it should keep you on all the time, but when I switch, I have you, it's coming up now, so talk a little bit.
Okay, so now you hear me, and you still,
Yep,
yeah,
yep. Now,
because this is
I
what
want
you
to
need.
now what I want to do though is switch the scene and have you come in, and so now we're talking. Go ahead.
Testing 1, 2. Hello, hello,
And then
everybody. Look at that live stream little animation you got. You can tell you've been playing around a little bit.
I did this all last night. So I was like,
Oh, That was your date night. That's what you did, huh?
Yeah. So I was doing this all last night, and so I was working on this stuff. And so, guys, if there's anybody listening here, I just want to let you know I have a couple settings that I'm testing in the stream for chat also. So I just want to let you know that I have a couple modes on, and it shows you, I'm pretty sure, in the chat that I have a subscriber only mode. So any you have to be a subscriber to come in for 24 hours. Now, that might not stay at 24 hours. I might make it an hour or something like that, but at least that you have to be a subscriber because that will keep the shenanigans down. And then right now, I have it on slow mode where people can only comment like every minute. I think I'm going to get rid of that because that might be a bit frustrating. You know what I mean?
I think we should call it like that should be our word for any trolling or weirdness should just be shenanigans, shenanigans, shenanigans. Use that word,
Right,
right?
right.
Shenanigans streamers.
Shenanigans.
I like it.
So
Shenanigans.
So my mom's saying my uncle Leonard is listening and watching, so that's pretty cool. So they can see kind of like what I'm messing with, and then also I have my wife coming in. She has no idea that I was going to stream and do a test stream, but this is a good reason right now to do it, so we can get some vibe on the feedback. And plus,
Feel like there's somebody else in your family, I won't name names, who may jump in as a troll and ask where the frosty is.
where the
As an
frosty
internal,
is?
they're frosty. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, oh, I
Yeah,
do.
it's a little internal. I'm not, we'll keep it in the house. It's a little internal thing.
Yeah,
You know,
he's going to be
you
like,
know what a
"Where's
frosty is, right? Jeez,
where's the ice cream?"
where's the Wendy's frosty?
So,
Just saying.
yeah, so like I'm just making sure that we have everything here that we're going to need. I mean, this is the basis of what we really need at this point, right? I mean,
Yeah, we can get away with it. But let me ask you this,
go
because
ahead.
we had the discussion about 1080 to 1080, blah blah blah, and
Yeah,
we don't I don't know what the ultimate pictures on the other end yet look like. We will analyze the
right.
video. Um, I have vMix. My trial ran out, but I mean, at the very least, what I might do, because you can always ramp up to the next pay run, try the $60 one and see if a $60 vMix can go peer to peer. I think it can. I didn't see anything in the comparison table where a $60 version cannot go peer to peer.
Yeah, I'm
And then
not sure. We definitely will check that out.
I need to get obviously a higher level one at some point. It's just curious, like because
Yeah,
I
but
can always manipulate. You know what I mean? I don't
I
care
mean,
about the money. The money's not the
right.
issue. It's just I thought it'd be interesting to see to go. What can a $60 one do for us? And then as we go up, so we can tell people, hey, we tried that. And there are
Yeah, but the
limitations.
problem is the $60 one's going to give you almost no inputs, so you'll have very little to work with.
Well, I mean, at the moment, and yeah, I mean, okay, but I mean, at the moment, depending on our setup, I only have a camera, so I don't know how many inputs. Yeah,
Well,
if I have
no,
to have
you have
yeah,
sound. You have sound also as an input, so that's going to be a factor. And
how many inputs
then
does the free version, the $60 give you now? Is it
I think
four
only
or
like
five?
4 or 5.
That's quite a bit. If you have sound, two cameras, how many inputs do you really need?
Yeah, but it means you can't bring overlays in. You can't bring anything. No
That's true.
picture.
That's an input. So yeah, you're
Nothing.
right. If you want to do,
Yeah, it
well,
limits
that's
you.
true. Yeah, it does limit you. I'm with you. I was just wondering functionality wise beyond the inputs, um, and I see the difference in here. I got to move this forward in front. Hang on, guys.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, this is a pretty high end setup. Like as far as vMix is, and I'll be curious to see. Yeah, see, it keeps on doing that when I take. Oh, you know what it is? It's this overlay. Hold on a second. Let me make sure that your audio automatically restart with transition. Pause after. No, I got to take that off. I think. I have see. This is why we got to do this testing, Jeff. It's important. Go ahead.
It's very yeah.
So now you're here and it comes up. I got input 46 and I should have 49 going back and forth too. Let me make sure on sound. 49 is just the design. So where is that?
I'm gonna look up that.
Okay. Okay, automatically pause after
I know this is
transition.
riveting for people, but we're
Yeah,
testing.
this is
We're,
testing.
we're
This is
not
what
doing
testing's.
hand puppet shows here. It's not a sock puppet show. All
This
right,
is what
this is
testing's all about.
it's
All
not
right, I'm gonna.
testing.
So
Is
you're
not
by
sexy.
yourself.
I'm always by myself. No one loves me. I don't.
I'm gonna bring in
Oh,
us
get on
again.
here. I'm like a
Okay, so
weird.
your audio still stays there. I hear you. Right.
It's amazing to go from 4 inputs to 1,000 in that first jump. That is something.
Right. It's basically telling you
Overlay
I won't
channel.
do much.
You do get an overlay channel. One.
And now I'm gonna bring you in by yourself. So keep talking.
Yes, sir. I'm talking. Hello, buddy.
And then I'm gonna transition.
Blah blah blah. I should get the $50 a month and just get the super max. I can get 4K. Well, you get 4K at the 700.
I still hear
So,
you. All right,
yeah,
so
that's good.
Patrick is saying Jeff's audio doesn't sound very clear. Sounds like he's using a Bluetooth headset.
Well, that's not good. Okay. A Bluetooth headset. That's not good. Let me look
Now,
at this.
just remember, guys, that he is coming in technically on a web browser
As a guest, I
as
don't
a
have
guest.
equal
But
But
I hear you fading out sometimes when you talk. Like when you're starting to talk, and then I hear your
yeah.
words fade out, like you're getting stepped on. But
Well, that could be the web browser doing. I should pull off. You know what? At this level, I'm
do you have
tempted to yank off the clip guard
a
just to
gate?
see.
You don't have any gate on. You just got clip guard.
Nothing on it. Got zip. I'm going to take because the clip guard essentially is a gate.
Okay.
So
Hey,
I turn
before
the
you
clip guard.
do that, can I just try
Okay.
something?
Absolutely, go for it.
I'm going to go to your input, and I want to
Okay.
see if I can make an adjustment in here to automatic gain control, and just I'm going to click that, and this way that should take you up if you're getting stepped on or low. So let's just roll for a little bit. Talk
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bit too.
I will talk a bit. So I'm just so you know, I'm just checking. Test 1, 2.
You didn't.
Okay.
You're not moving anything, are you?
Moving?
Yeah, gain or anything?
I'm not touching anything on that level. I'm just looking. I'm poking around inside the control panel. And you know what's really interesting is you kept saying how hot I am, right? But when I go into my levels in my control panel for Windows, I'm barely getting one line, which resonates with the fact that I'm down to 12 dBs on my input gain, which to me seems completely low. So,
Right. Well, right now, all I know is with the auto gain that I've connected. That's why I said
yeah,
don't touch anything yet. It raised your
no,
levels up.
okay.
So,
But I mean, Patrick can tell me, but as far as my input goes, like when I'm looking at this is what's so frustrating and why I wanted to bypass OBS is because OBS is telling me, my meters are completely different. I look inside control panel on my recording unit. So in this case, it'd be the Wave XLR mic in and even the stream link. They barely register. I have to push. It's definitely louder, but not as crisp. And
something's
so
wrong in that whole setup then.
what setup?
Something's got to be wrong of why it's so low. All the way,
Well,
like
I
on
can
your
screen
output.
share. I can screen share if you want to see my Wave XLR.
No, but it could be what I'm saying, interference maybe with the Go XLR and all that. So Patrick's saying
Yeah.
definitely louder now, but not as crisp.
Right. Let me try something. It's going to get louder for
Yola-
you, but I
Yolanda's
feel
here.
like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
she,
I was just hanging
I,
out with her at her stream. She just did a stream, and she has
yeah.
these other ladies that she streams with, and I had like no idea, but they all stream and they all use StreamYard. So I was like
Oh, that's
seeing the
great.
people come in, and I like jumped over and subscribed to their pages, and then I looked to see if they were streaming because
Oh,
I want to see
okay.
like some of them have their pages set up where
Yeah.
their past streams are mixed in with their videos, so they're not like separated. And so I always like to suggest to people that they have like a little header that they customize on their page that just says past, I should say, live streams. And then you can go right there and look at people's past live streams, because it's just nice. Because for me particular, as a streamer, I'm always looking at to see if people stream. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So be careful with your ears, but I put my input up because I barely am able to hear myself, and having a dB of 12 makes no sense to me. So I feel like
it shows you're peaking in vMix.
I know, but Patrick, can you give me some response on the quality or the difference by just turning up? I don't know. I'm up to 22 dBs, I think, which is not much. And let me just double check on that.
Yeah,
I'm at 21. But it makes something's really not right, because
I mean, that's no big deal, because I could take you down in my stuff.
Right, but I'm just saying I of course it sounds like a Bluetooth, because I'm not really getting any dynamic anything at such a low dB. It sounded like a Bluetooth in my ears too, but that doesn't mean that's the issue. But it seems rather odd, and we both said that. That
sounds
seemed
like
really
it sounds like you have a gate on. It's so weird.
Well, I don't, but the only gate I have on, I'm just going to pull off the clip guard.
Pull off clip guard. Let me see how you sound.
Okay, I'm going to pull up that. Now it's off. So clip guard is now off. Doesn't really materially sound much different, I think, unless I talk loud, and I can't even peek out in my meter in Wave on my mic. I can't even get it near the yellow.
No. Oh, either can I.
Yeah, but you're on clip guard.
Yeah, but I have clip guard on. That's correct. But my
clip guard off,
my setting with the mic is, I'm usually like, in the middle.
Yeah, but
so
you also have a dynamic mic, so I don't know, and you have a booster, so that might make a level.
No, but the total output is what matters, right? So if like you look.
Yeah, it does matter, but input level should give you an idea too. Like your input gain is what you would normally go to a board, and you would do that first. So you would go to a board, you would make sure your input, for example, now I'm at where I should be, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you're peaking. I could hear you. It's loud.
Yeah, I know. I hear it. But so something's not. And now maybe it's just the way the software works with this mic. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Now if I put clip guard on and I push that up, it's still gonna be hot. And but this, to me, at 33 dBs feels better to me as far as a balance, and I feel there's more clarity in my voice.
Now, yeah, but there's definitely much more clarity now. Right.
I think that clip guard, and I actually took the low filter off too. I think that there's something, sounds about the same. It's not terrible. You're almost getting to the point of clipping.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, and that's why I think the clip guard on this thing is almost, from what I've seen, no matter what, is imperative. You have to use the clip guard on this thing, to me. I feel it seems to trip over really easy into clipping, even that's just what I've noticed. With my Go XLR, I'd have a hell of a time clipping, so I don't know. But then the Go XLR also has, I don't know, I've not really been using the limiter or the compression on it much, though, so I'm not too sure.
I just turn the clip guard off because I do, but I don't need it at all. I hardly ever clip.
Well, you talk like a mouse. I talk with a lot of variation, and I think you're a little bit more, I don't want to say monotone, because that sounds...
No, but the clip guard's just there, and it's good to have, for that way it switches over, right? It kind of does the same exact thing as it does pretty much the same exact thing like the wireless Go 2 does, the wireless 2, which is, it just brings in that second recording 20 dBs lower and just switches right over if it happens. Now, I just noticed that I peaked one time as I was talking right now.
Yeah, I mean, part of the issue is how you have obviously your browser and your inputs and your dial set up with the Wave XLR. And I am finding that, again, because there is no obvious look. If you're clicked into the mic, it's showing you the mic levels. You have to click out of that to see where you really are at any given moment. There's no obvious look unless I'm
Yeah,
muted.
but are you in
So
OBS right now?
I am.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
man.
going through OBS. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It
that
feels like
throws
too many
everything
jumps in the
off.
chain, Microsoft or OBS. I don't think OBS. I mean, we use OBS all the time, and Mike software, web browser.
Yeah, but it sounds
I
like
don't
we're
think
in
so.
StreamYard.
Well, that's a problem, and we didn't want to use OBS, but I couldn't get my camera to go for whatever reason. It wasn't picking up the camera in vMix straight up through the cam link. I don't know why. That was what I was trying to do, but keeping in mind the well, let me see. Hang on a second. Let me try something. Let me bail out. Let me do this. Let me do. Well, if I,
Dang, it still cut him out too. See that? Why is it doing that? When I take yeah, when I take you out of the scene, there's got to be one scene here that keeps on muting you.
yeah. Do you hear me now by chance?
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know if anything's changed, but right now my mic is not going through OBS. It's going directly into your deal. I went mic direct in. Now, so the issue there is, of course, I can't do any. I mean, sound wise, I don't have a ball now. I don't have anything but my mic that will go in. I was going in. I wasn't going in through OBS through sound. I was going in through my wave ball of stream.
You
But right
sound
now,
way better.
oh, does it? Well, there we go. Maybe I didn't. It didn't change in my ears, but I have. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't
Your
mean anything.
your speech is cleared up a lot. It was super muddy.
Okay, so Patrick was probably right on that, as you were. So now the question is,
Oh
what's
my
going
God.
on? Why can't it?
Way better. Way better. Way better.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
question now is, why can't, or I haven't been able to at this point, and I had this trouble last time. I can't on the web browser get past not using OBS. I've tried to go direct with the cam link. Now, if that's the case, thank you, Chip. Appreciate that. I've not met Chip, but I
Griffin,
appreciate that.
I haven't met Chip personally, but I feel like I've seen him on a stream recently.
Oh, you guys may
somewhere.
run into circles.
Yeah, is either at Tom Buck. I think it was at Tom Buck's stream and Heather's,
Okay.
or Heather Ramirez. So thanks for coming in. Thanks for listening and saying hi.
Thanks
by
for
the
telling
way,
me
Chip.
too, because every little bit helps here when we're doing this.
Yeah.
I know it's not riveting live streaming, but it really helps to have feedback from people who know what they're talking about. And so I could try to go direct in. Now, again, if I don't use OBS, in my case, because I'm coming in on the web, I don't have any play here. It's just a camera and a mic direct in, which I do believe gives you the best quality.
Yeah, but you got all the play as far as your mic because you have all the mic controls. So what do you mean you don't have control?
Well, I can't play music from something and put it through.
Why? Oh,
Right.
because you're not using the ball.
I'm not using the ball. So I was using the wave stream to go through here. Now, maybe the wave stream will work if I'm not using OBS, because if I'm sending, I don't know, maybe OBS then is taking that and I'm cycling through that. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have to figure out that. But the thing is, you're planning on having vMix anyway, so it won't
Yeah.
even be a fact.
So it's really irrelevant, but it is good to know as we talk to people.
Just to let people know right now, okay? So he's often on their chats. That's why I thought I saw you, Chip. It was on one of those chats, and I think maybe Tom's last live stream with Tech. I think that's where I
Is Chip? I'm looking at Chip's picture down there. Is he a better looking version of you? Is that what that is?
That's not hard to do if that's the case. If you just shaved, you're way better.
you both are very sexy men. I'm just saying that,
but he could be. Matter of fact, if I can just borrow that little, cartoon.
Yeah,
double.
I think we could do it. I think it could work out. And
yeah, so this is like, we got the three things on the fly here, right? Which is my picture, but I'm still having an issue. I have to figure out where your audio gets switched off on one of these scenes. Like right now, talk. Yes, you're not coming through right now. I got to find out where I'm losing you on that scene. Because this is what? that is 47. Let me go into input 47, and that should have done it. This should do it. So hopefully, let's go
Can you
check
hear me?
this.
Can you hear me now?
I just cut you over. So when I bring you back into the scene, you
Yeah.
sound good. It's just that
And that's
when we switch
great.
scenes-
That's a great function for most cases. But in a co-host situation where
No
you
good.
want me to be able to talk, whoa, what happened there? What happened? All of a sudden, everything just got boosted on my end, sound wise, and it sounds good, but it's like now it's gone down. Like it's weird. Like it's coming in and out.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's the auto gain that I hit, which I could take off now probably. So give me a second.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah. No worries. No worries.
I want to see what Patrick's saying. As far as web browsers are concerned, have you
Safari
tried
sucks.
different browsers?
I wouldn't try
noticed
Safari
that I
at
can't
all.
stream, but Chrome works great. That's what you're using, Chrome, right?
I'm using Chrome. I would for anything with streaming. I found Chrome to be the most productive, and plus I use things in my extensions that I'd want to keep there. Now I'm much more present.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take care of that.
I feel present now. I don't feel pushed back. So maybe it was a combination of that with the OBS.
I'm gonna show you exactly.
If Patrick's still around, let me know if you hear that bump or chip. If anybody heard that on your end.
I heard it on my end. I heard it.
Oh,
on
you
my
did?
end. Yes.
Okay.
So
I start to worry. Being a guy who's losing his hearing sometimes, I start to worry it's me. So
I just want to show this really quick. So this is Jeff frozen, but I'm going into his audio scenes, his audio, which is this here that comes up. And I hit this automatic gain control. And so now I'm just going to get rid of that. I'm going to close that off. And then I'm going to go pick Jeff back up. Let me close that out. So that way it won't be changing on the fly. Now, can you talk for a second? Yeah, so now you're muted again. I got to figure out why you're getting muted on that scene. So if I bring you back in, now you're good, right? Yes.
Yeah, and it's amazing the difference now in the quality of audio. For me, I'm starting to sound like a human again.
Oh my God, you sound even better now.
Yeah. So that helps. Now I have to go back in. Yeah, my clip guard's still on, which I want, because I really believe the clip guard gives you a better overall sound from what I've seen. There's a slight limiter and gate in that, and it sounds yeah, we're like two monkeys trying to fix a car's engine. It's really pretty. I actually didn't notice too much on my head going through my earbuds, so that's not. Yeah, I suppose that might. Now I'm down in my ears. Like now it seems a lot less present.
Yeah, but
now I'm more.
Go ahead,
it's going in and out though. Like it'll seem like it's pulled back, and then it's more. Maybe it's web.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But your levels are so much better, like even keel. So that's what I see right now.
Okay. Yeah, I feel so much better about this than I did when we started, because I'm like, that didn't make any sense. I barely in the mic gain, you know?
I just want to know, why am I losing you when I switch scenes? That's what's confusing me. Because
it's not. You would think it would be in the scene. Well, I don't know, because I don't use vMix enough yet. It wouldn't be in the actual audio input. I can't imagine it lets you set in the audio input that up from me which scene you will allow me to speak. Like that's just, I don't know. I don't know enough about vMix, but obviously there's got to be some granular control.
Hang on. I changed scenes. There's my audio. His audio on 45 just goes quiet. So it's got to be. Why do I have to keep on hitting that every time when his audio goes out? I thought that if I automatically restart with transmission, automatically mix audio, that's correct. Automatically play with transition. We want that. Automatically pause after, that's what we don't want. I swear I took that off already. That is so weird. That shouldn't be clicked. So let me check this. Yeah, hold on, Chip. 1 sec.
Test 1, 2. No. Okay. Yep. So now I'm back in. So I can tell.
I'm going to send you back out, and I want you to keep talking for 1 second.
All right.
Go ahead. Yeah, you automatically. Let me see. Automatically pause. Okay, so hold on 1 second, because I want to read what some people are saying here, because I'm missing something. So Chip is saying, have you toggled auto mix on the vMix call input? Yeah. So that's right on each person's. Like if I have him as a caller at input 45, you're talking about the 2 arrows going back and forth. Chip, right? So let me make sure I got 45. Yep, I have both arrows are green and his speaker is green and there's no mute off. Right. So right now you're active.
Yeah.
And then I got
I'm kind of picking that up too, and I'm looking as well.
And then let me see if 40. Right, and that's your main audio. So that if that is hit, so then it should be good. Hi, Darren. How you doing? We're testing vMix.
Hey, Darren.
Darren, and we're working on some things because we want to start using vMix on it. You know, almost all the time in general. But so we're trying to get like things looking better and functioning. So we have a couple looks here. This is like for the both of us, and then Jeff would come in like this, and he's also
I'm on the web browser version right now. We're not peer-to-peer, so we're working on that version.
Right. And
as
so
a guest going through,
which I want to see how good that looks too. But we got this coming up, and I got your name. Look at that. I like that.
Look at that. That looks pro, man.
It looks
I would actually go to my channel if I saw that, but I don't want to.
And let me see what Chip is using. So I guess Chip uses vMix because he seems to know what he's talking about.
You need to auto mix. That's what I was looking at here. Auto mix. Yep.
Oh, I need
disabling
to turn
auto
off.
mix audio rather.
So you're talking about the 2 arrows shouldn't be checked.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. It says
okay, hold on.
Have you tried deactivating the double arrow
took it
icon?
Off. I did it.
Okay.
I just did it now. So let me take you.
All right.
Let me put me into a scene.
Put me in a timeout.
And then I'm gonna switch back.
Hello, you testing?
There you go. Thank you so much, Chip.
Chip, do we have a prize for Chip? I feel like we should have a prize.
We should have it. We have to have a prize for him.
We need to have something kind of coffee talk somethings. Well, that's fine, I guess. It could have been something more like a coffee.
I haven't adjusted this correctly, so it got rid of my overlay. But we're working on it.
We're getting there, man. We're working on it. It's a work in progress, but I think we're doing fine. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I want to be at full 1080 though. Thank you. I was just finding that too when he said it, and I'm like, as you were reading that, I'm like, exactly what I saw here about deactivating the double arrow icon and the auto mixer.
So I thought the double auto arrow had to be on, so I was reversed.
So they're thinking of it in some kind of inverted way. Maybe that it's only on.
Yeah, opposite of my brain.
It's only on. Yeah, your brain's inverted from the normal person.
But now you know what? When I look at those arrows, it all makes sense because vMix colors are green and orange, and so it would toggle back and forth when it goes off and when it goes on. So now it kind of makes sense. But of course, this is all new to me. So thank you again.
It'll be interesting. I'm going to be very interested to hear how the sound evolved over this, because that is something that we're concerned. Now, and an upside, we both have managed to figure out Wave XLR's goofiness on a software level, because some of it's goofy.
I'm liking it more and more, though. I really am. Oh,
I like when it works. I like it. My only issue is, again, I beat this to death. I just think it's terrible for visual cues. So as I'm looking at things or trying to trouble, I don't have any idea what's happening unless I go over here and click and go, oh yeah, my headphone's at this level, my intermix is, you know what I mean? I have to do that in order to get that, as opposed to just seeing all of it at one spot on the go. But I mean, as far as the software, how it works, I like it. I like it, man. Yeah. Hey, Patrick, thank you for dropping in and giving us some information back. One more week, my friend, we will welcome you back.
It feels like it went so fast.
Dude, it is August 7th. What the absolute? When does your son go back to school?
First week in September. That's
right after Memorial Day, like when we used to have the Jerry Lewis telethon.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was our trigger. We're like, oh no, that telethon's coming on. I got to go back to school. Yeah.
So I want to let people know, because I'm using this for the first time also, that I have subscriber mode only on, and it's for 24 hours that you have to be a subscriber. So that is like something I'm messing with. I don't know if I will keep it necessarily 24 hours, but so we don't get any shenanigans, it might be something like for the first hour, you know? So this way
Yeah.
someone can't just join your stream and then go in and bombard you and then throw out, you know? And also I have the slow mode on, which I don't know if that's going to work because, like, say you're on a chat, and
I know.
sometimes we get some chatty people in our chats,
Yeah.
and I'd rather
I don't like the
have
slow mode right now. I think it's fine if you have 150 people and you have to kind
exactly.
of control that level. I think it's not. I like the immediate interaction on our current group of people. I just think we just I don't slow mode is just too much of a delay. And
Right.
there's Chip saying the
So
same thing.
Chip, right, Chip. So
Thank you.
Chip is he is pretty much exactly saying what we're
Yep.
saying, and this is why we came on here. So we
Yep.
get some
That's great
feedback,
feedback.
and then also we can see that that is and you're just clarifying the fact that it makes it harder for you to engage,
Yeah, I totally
and
agree. But yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's good to hear
So
back from people that are involved on both ends of this because they have
yeah,
such a he's really intimate with the situation. That's really helpful.
yeah. And then
Appreciate that.
this little thing is cool too, though, Jeff, because I could just use the merge mode if you're gonna talk, and then it kind of just look it goes right to that. It's kind of nice. It works really
It's a
good like
slick.
that.
It's slick. Yeah, it's got a nice feel. It's easy. It's not distracting. Sometimes all that glitzy stuff is distracting. I really feel like this is a good transition.
And then we could just use
Um,
the cube to come over the top, and that's
just
kind
come
of
back
fits
over the
that.
top. That's beautiful. Yeah,
And then
really
I
like that.
could bring in me as far as merging. If I
We just
talk,
need. Yeah, we just need two better looking dudes. But I mean, other than that, we're fine.
oh my God, I'm like getting so more much more confident with this that
No,
this
you're
is
doing great, man. You're doing
gonna
great.
be good.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
So I mean,
I,
just so people
you.
know,
I mean, you weren't. That's my wife's washer going
we
off right
just
now.
won. The
So
buzzer went off.
we
Someone
just won.
won.
Chip, we
Some
won.
sub if you're here.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, your picture underneath Chip with the blue shirt. If you
We're
put
like
up Chip,
twins.
what?
We're
Yeah,
like twins. Chip,
that
Chip, do
is
you
so.
weigh about 265 pounds? Because that's
Oh my God,
perfect.
that is so great. If he says he's 4'2" and weighs 130 pounds, I'm I
Uh,
laugh. So wow, there goes my sound back,
yeah.
right back up. What's going on there? That makes no sense to
Okay,
me. So
hold on. I just heard that. Do
you
you
did okay.
have the lock on? Do you have the lock on? Because
I'm looking. I'm looking.
that sounded like another software trying to take over your wave lock gain.
The lock is not on, but I should have it on. I think
Yes,
maybe.
that's what it is.
All
Click
right, so
on
I'm gonna
that.
put. I got the lock on, and you know what I meant to, but I was trying to get rid of stuff to figure out what was happening. That
Okay.
might help, and that would be
It
good. And there's another good trial. If that doesn't come back, I'll be happy
I
because
just want to
that's
show people what we're talking about quick. So let me just show this.
yep.
So I'm using the Wavelink software right here, and in here, when you go in with the new firmware, they have these couple things in here like the clip guard and all this kind of little things in here. So the clip guard works really good, which is like it brings in double audio, and whenever you clip, it goes back down to a second audio that gets thrown in at 20 decibels lower and evens your audio out. And the wave gain lock, I initially had that off. And when you're streaming or just doing anything, I've noticed that all of a sudden my gain just gets fully taken over by somebody else, like not somebody else, but some other software in the mix.
Gremlin.
Yep, a gremlin or something
You
pretty
can still
much.
hear me, so I just wanted to make sure you're still hearing me, even though you're
Yeah,
doing a
thank you,
screen
by the
share.
way. I think that's perfect.
Yeah, I
And
try. I'm a good co-host.
you are a good host. And then so enough trying to give yourselves too much credit. But
I know. Pat my back.
the wave gain lock just doesn't let any other software take control. So I clicked that off, and since I've had that clicked off, I have not had an issue at all as far as that now taking control. So I just want to let you guys know that in general. So I'm going to say you can hear me still. Can I hear you?
Yes, you can.
Okay, it's perfect. I says, I like vMix a lot, but the vMix call feature is still a bit clunky. The advanced version works better. That's what we're
Agreed.
using. We're using the advanced version. It's almost like Chip. I don't even know why that other system exists. That is not just a little bit clunky, it's a lot. And
It's
so
he's right. He's dead on.
But I'm going to tell you from experience that I've worked with other people and done interviews with people that they've had Ecamm, and I've had to come into Ecamm through a Chrome browser, and it doesn't let you do everything easily either. So this is with Ecamm, what I found out, my little trick after several times of coming on to people's streams is when you want to get into Ecamm's backdoor first to get into somebody's stream, just use your regular camera and then switch to your virtual cam so I can use my vMix setup. Okay, so then I come in through my ATEM, use that, and then I go in and switch it to vMix video, and that pulls up my whole vMix. Just to let you guys know, because I tried to do this several times.
So let me ask you this. You're coming in at 1080, but I'm technically not at true 1080 in this mode.
You looked?
Right. Huh?
Listen, I from what I know, you're not, but I've also had other people say because Chrome lets you go up to 1080 at 60 frames per second, supposedly, if your internet is good enough, you will come in at 1080. But don't take that for 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the stream right now, and your clarity is so much better than mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, isn't it normally? Time to close. Hold on.
I quit.
Oh, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up on my screen. Yeah, it pretty much is.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure that out. I'm like, why? Mine just seems a little like washed out or compressed, or there's not quite as dynamic as yours. Now, maybe it's the camera, but I have
like
F6400s. Oh, bro. That's painful. I can't believe that. He went dirty on me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, man. I can't
okay, let me make sure that you're in.
Oh my God, I cannot believe that. Well, it's not like we're.
Your buzzers, sounds like the horses just took off.
You win again. And they're off. Time to full close.
You might be right, because let me show you here. But man, you still look pretty good.
Yeah, and that didn't sound. I don't want to I'm not complaining. It's just what
it's hard
is going
to show
on
it there.
Yeah,
it's the Inception.
You'd have to take a screenshot.
It's just
I'm not complaining, but I'm definitely noticing a difference.
Yeah.
And I think it's the way I'm coming in. And here's the other thing. I
Our
want
delay,
to blow out
is like nothing.
Huh?
Our delay.
I want to get rid of OBS and want to try to come in direct. But of course, I want to do peer-to-peer, but I want to just maximize out. So I could try to dump off OBS and pull up in 4K on my Camlink. I mean, my Camlink 4K, whatever. But I don't know if it'll come up. So, but yeah, I look not quite as like everything. My colors and everything just looked so washed out compared to what I see here and what you have. So, I think it's just. I don't think I have complete. Why would I?
You don't. But I mean, to tell you the truth, it just goes to prove, though. Still, nonetheless, it's way better than what.
Oh yeah. It's absolutely. I'm just taking it to that final.
Yeah. Hi, Darren. He's at home. He worked today, I think, right? I got my big headphones on, by the way.
You do. Testing. Look at that radio. Look, you got radio going on there.
Radio.
No, not the song.
Results. Radio.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, sorry.
I'm talking about the movie.
What do you think of our names down here, color-wise? Not good. Good.
It's too hard to read with the border. I think it's just a little.
I didn't want it to pop. I didn't want it to pop
that's true
so much
too,
where
because
it
that
hurts
gets
people's
distracting
eyes.
too. Yeah, right.
So I did black first, and then I was like, it was too much of a contrast. So this is gray, but I can change it to whatever. I just wanted to know what you thought.
No, I agree with you though. Like if you go like to the hot white or some kind of thing that's so contrasty, then it is distracting as well. Those are cans, man.
These are steel case.
Yeah,
steel case. They're not the expensive ones or anything. That's not like I can't. Well, I could get them, but I feel like I need to get them for Christmas. I want to get the 990s, the DT 990s.
Yeah, that might be the way to go.
I don't need those. I don't even need those. I just want them so I could say, "Hey, look at me! I got the DT 990s on."
But by the way, he's using TLM 103s in stereo now for his streams.
Yeah, who is?
He's got 2 of them. Navrat.
Who?
Navrat.
Does
Our guy.
he really?
He's got 2 TLM 103s set up right in front of him on the right and the left, and he's using stereo. He's going in. Can you believe this guy?
Oh my God. No, I can't. He's crazy.
It's incredible. And that way I get stereo while he tells me about how his latest crush is not going so well and how you should track down the girls. You know the guy, so that's why it's fun.
Yeah, I wish, oh God,
we should do like a web screening of him someday, but the problem is he F-bombs everything. So
yeah,
it'd be kind of
hard. Are you allowed to
him.
show someone's,
yes.
Someone else's video? If you're
you
not
are,
using it to make
you can
money
do,
off it?
you can do it. You can
I don't know.
do a watch of it. You just gotta, there are certain rules, of course, with the whole copyright stuff, how you handle it. I did a recent dive into their copyright claim stuff when it goes to showing other people's clips or movie clips. And so the 4 rules on that, you got to be just familiar with. But most of the gear we all use for video isn't truly, he's right. He's right on both accounts.
That's why I felt like I saw him in Tom Buck's stream because I kind of remember, and we're both gearheads, and so every time mics are gone over this or that, it's like over and over. Like
so now,
I decided I don't want the LCT the Lewitt mic. I decided because the noise floor is 19 decibels. That's too much.
That's why you said that the other day. I'm like, if you check the noise floor, because I remember we were talking about that, and I took a quick look, and I'm like, I didn't say it that night, but I was like, I was taken back. I was surprised that you would actually entertain that. That's okay. All the mics like the 600 I was going to get are pushed back too, because I got to get some other things that I need more than I want.
Right.
Play some don't even say the word Beatles.
I don't think
don't even say it.
That won't even work.
What are you doing, Darren? Come on, man. So if we check out just make sure that my focus is working here. Okay, so good Lord. Yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to.
It's doing what it's supposed to. That looks good.
Yeah, we're not getting any weird.
Normally you would put your hands up. It was catching all the time.
I didn't have the eye tracking on set up right. And I think I did actually, but it kept dumping. And then one of the settings, if I went to 4K and forgot about it, you can't use that in 4K. So I just got to get my head on straight what's happening here. So, we got it now though. And so now everything looks, that's pretty good. So now
it's really good.
Yeah. It's quick.
That's perfect.
Really happy with it. So we got a good camera.
I feel really good with this whole setup because I'm getting fluid with everything on the changes.
Okay. So I was going to tell you off camera about that I really feel, if I can be honest with you, I feel like you're even more, and part of it is the software, because StreamYard has a weird way in how you manage bringing people in and out and back. I think like you kind of have to slide people over and do some extra things, right? You know what I mean?
Sometimes,
if I want to show
depending. Not too much though.
But if I want to show you big and you're on the right side, I got to slide you to the left to get the full version of you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? In StreamYard?
Yeah, no, I get you. I don't care though, because
no, it's not a big deal, but it's not as fluid sometimes. Like sometimes you're like you do these weird things. I just feel like this is actually a more fluid presentation as I watch you go through it. Honestly, like I feel
there's things though, like you can go on is like there's things here though I can't do, like easily pull in another person. I can make things happen. I know how to a little bit. Like if I wanted to pull a third person in here quick, I could drop him in between the both of us. But it's or I do have a 3-person scene that I can drop someone in.
Yeah, but
that's,
I mean.
That's
dude, you weren't even comfortable bringing a second person in for the first time. So now,
no. So Chip says I have the SM7B for 15 years. And I'll never give it up for audio only or when I'm okay with a visible mic in my scene.
So he's about quality and vanity. Love it.
Yeah.
So I use the SM7B for a few months. It's a great. Yeah. It's great. I feel it's a little woolly at times, but I mean, you can't deny the greatness of it. Especially for over narrations and stuff like that.
I just want.
I don't know. For live streaming, I don't like it.
No.
Well, okay. Maybe a lot of it is how people use it. Sometimes it's about their proximity. But it starts to burn my ears after like a half hour. Like I get ear fatigue if they're not using that thing right. It gets to be a little bit either dull.
That goes with anything.
No, I mean that may be true, but it's already muffed a little bit, and I'm just and it's got a bassiness to it. if you get a little bit too close, and some people don't know how to use it. I don't know.
I think, like, for the dollar value, this pod mic gives my voice so much.
Yeah.
I think I usually don't
really,
have a problem.
it didn't for
with
me. It didn't for me, but for you, I
didn't
always
for
felt
you.
like it sounded great.
But
I wanted to love it. It's
Yeah.
sitting right here, but it just hasn't worked out.
Sammy's looking for one if you're going to sell it.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought about trying it with the Wave XLR and give it a shot on this system just to see what it sounds like, but I don't know. Yeah, see, I don't feel StreamYard's fluid at all. I feel like it's a great system. Don't get me wrong for what it is, but I don't feel it all. It's fluid. It's not built for fluidity. Here's
the thing that I get when people say this, I can't use my Stream Deck to control it, is that, but if you use whatever software, and this is, I don't know, maybe if I remember your name from StreamYard Forum too on Facebook or not, but people were saying that. And I was like, well, yeah, but if you use the virtual camera of OBS, or if you have vMix, then you can use the Stream Deck for everything. Like when I'm in StreamYard, I could still just touch this button down here and I still get, everything to pop up just like I would anywhere else.
Yeah, so I think some people say, well, why add OBS? Well, you add OBS between yourself and StreamYard, so you have all those controls. And I've not found that middle layer to be any bit of a problem. That's why I only use it. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that makes
sense. Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but everybody has a certain way or a method, or they don't want to be bothered with something if it's not giving them enough. So why add an extra layer or something if it's not giving them much more than they expect? You know what I mean? So
my dogs are barking. This is a very, I didn't warn the dogs before I got on because I felt like this, I didn't have a chance to tell them.
Does that mean your feet hurt? Is that what you mean? Yeah. Well, this is just a test stream, and actually, I think we're doing great,
I got things going off everywhere. I've got buzzers and dogs, and it's just we're testing. Go for it.
So this is what we're doing, and we're testing stuff out. Now, one thing I did notice is what I could do is I could drop the words here down a little bit if I need to. Is that because this is too high, like the comments? Do you think I need to?
Here's what I think. Yeah, you need to drop one of the and also we'll talk about it, but where the live streaming at the top, this is a nagging thing. I feel like we just need a little bit more of a line break between streaming and the top of our photos, just a little bit, so you could maybe compress the streaming word just a little bit or something. I don't know. It's not a big deal. It's just a little tight there, but
all right, I dropped.
That's better. That looks good. Because now, it was a little bit much. Now it looks good. Yeah. But no, everything looks really solid, man. You did a good job.
How's that? That's better, right?
Yeah, that's better. Now we're not covering.
And so you're saying now here, see, the thing is, I had to I'll have to resize that if I go and make it this smaller up here. Oh, no.
Yeah, and I don't want you to feel like you have to, but it
Wait,
just
I might
like
be able
a
to
nano, like just barely a little bit.
This is better down a little bit, though. You're right.
Oh, it's 1,000%.
So much better. That looks good.
I run
all my own videos through vMix with everything, StreamYard, Zooms, etc. But guest video, I run direct to stream. Guest video.
What?
Guest video.
I'm confused. It's just not hard to make me
direct
confused,
to StreamYard. So this is.
Are you saying you only if you're going solo, you run through vMix for everything, but if you have a guest, you do everything via StreamYard? Is that, and then you go direct into StreamYard yourself? Well, why you could go through vMix into StreamYard? Why couldn't you do that? Right?
He's saying that I don't use vMix call most of the time.
Oh, I see. So he's just jumping straight into StreamYard and going direct with the sound and camera, right?
I believe.
His inputs are, and that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, then you don't have any control over anything with your Stream Deck, really. And nothing's at.
No. So okay, so that makes sense, right? Because then you won't have control. Okay, I got yes, that's right. That's right.
I mean, I guess it's what it was great seeing you, Robert. Hope you're doing good. Good to hear from you.
Yeah,
We're
I was
working
just
on it.
talking to him actually. He's working on his. He's going to be working on his new improved video skills because he's telling me he's
It's
doing a
good.
bunch of editing and stuff for
Yeah,
school.
yeah. He's got a school in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. I hope that's okay if I said that. But that was on his live stream, so I think it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, so here's the thing. You said let me see if I can adjust this on the fly. I'm not sure if I can, so we will
I mean,
find
by the way,
out.
all the sounds in my ears and everything. Now you've
Much
not played
better.
music. Everything feels really good and balanced. And
There's one thing though I wanted to tell you.
okay, tell me now.
Hold on.
Do it
So
in a
what
deep
is that?
voice.
What
Whisper it to
is
me.
that? That's live streaming. That's the MP4. I gotta edit that. Let me see if I can edit that. There we go. And
Yeah, you're doing it live. Yeah, yeah. You grabbed a little space there. It
is
just
that
needed
you
a
want a little
little.
more? Want a little more?
I don't know that we need it. We should live with it before you start jamming it too much. Let's leave it because it'd be good to leave it. I mean, that just that little bit helped. I think just create a little bit more of a balance between that and if you look it down in our names, that kind of balance I think is much better.
Does that look
It's
better?
just a yeah. It's just
Little tiny
that
bit.
design to me. That's definitely better. Yeah, that's good,
I
man.
think you're right. The little separation made it better.
Yeah, that's my
And
forte.
it's good to know though. I can change that anytime, so I can make it smaller
Yeah,
too.
that's awesome.
There isn't much reason to run vMix through StreamYard if you're not using their guest function. Well, absolutely, absolutely, and that's what
Unless you
right.
need to do things, unless you need to present things, right? If you got to do well, you could
You
screen
can,
share through StreamYard and stuff. So
yeah. I mean, but you can
it's
do
true.
all these things in vMix too. But I think what he's saying is like, if you got multiple guests on, it's just so much easier through the StreamYard.
I agree. Yeah, it comes a cluster.
And it makes
Yeah.
total sense for that matter. But so okay, so this little I dropped the comments down just a tad. That's
Oh my
pretty
god,
good.
the beeper. Oh my god,
I'm a little bit close of hitting this at. I can move a tad down
I see
more
it.
too.
Yeah, yeah. Or
It's probably just fine.
I mean, it is hitting it, so it's a little not professional. But you could move our names up a
Well,
nano.
I don't want it a little not professional.
I know that's why I'm telling you to do something because I saw it too,
Okay.
and I'm like, it's hitting the at. So I don't. If we drop them too much more, so your options here, you could nudge
Okay.
us up and get away with it, just to create a break.
Our names?
Yeah,
All
even though I
right.
like the space, if you go like 1 pixel up on our names, anything to separate that at. I don't know if you can use like the up arrow.
I think this is my names. I should have labeled everything, but I
And
didn't,
my
of
name
course.
is not as balanced with yours on the left side.
Yeah, well, that's as good as it's going to get for now because that took a while. It did.
That wasn't really the response I was hoping for.
You know why?
I'll
Because
jump right
listen,
on it.
this is what I did. Instead of making two separate texts and adding them in,
It's in
which I should have
one.
done, it's one.
You
And
got
so,
lazy and you got bit. That's what
yeah, I
happened.
did. I will make that up next week, or if I can make some
There you go.
time
There you go.
later. But I did move
That
that
looks good,
up,
man. Yeah.
and that looks good, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So your other option to go on the names, if you wanted, was to go with you could go like the same color blue, then bring it back a little bit to its lighter, but barely, or same color blue and push it up in the color till it's a little bit darker with the blue. And you could still do a light border, so it's a little subtle. It almost looks like an opacity name over it. It just depends, but that's one way to play this too.
Okay.
Um,
For the names.
I could always yeah, I'm just talking about the names if we
Okay.
wanted to change it.
Alan D.
Oh,
Leon.
Alan.
You said
I
good
remember
morning
Alan,
from
the Philippines.
to
I
both of
remember.
us. Yeah. And actually, we went back and forth with a couple comments and today, and he was talking about us doing some form of a collaboration at one time. So that would be great. I would have no problem if I'd be honored to jump on his page or vice versa. So that could be something that we're going to do in the future. And right now, Alan, we're basically just learning how to use vMix to do our total stream. So we're using that software, and I'm learning everything there is to learn so we can get through pretty much a full stream and make everything look as good as we need to. And so we're almost there. We're getting there. So working on our audio, working on our looks, working on our.
I stepped right over it.
Can I tell you that I had stayed up too late doing this? Because I worked
know you
on
did,
everything.
Yeah, I could tell you did.
This took a while for me to do because this isn't stuff that I knew for years. I literally just taught myself how to put this stuff together. And
so the bottom,
bottom
looks nice, man. That's a good balance.
Good.
Figure out. I mean, if you left the names the way, that's fine. Maybe what you could do too, just to throw another one out there, is the @ sign could be just a little bit off color compared to the rest, but that takes a second. I could easily play with that too in Photoshop, but I don't know where you created that. If you created that in like Canva or something.
Oh, I created it in here in vMix.
I got you. Okay, never mind. Ignore me.
Right.
Do what you need to do then.
Yeah, they were
Totally
just quick. Which is, if we want to get fancy, we can make things definitely.
I think you should leave it for Thursday like it is, though. That's my 2 cents. Don't even try to fix the balance of it.
No, I'm not doing anything for now because I just don't have the time this week.
Not only that, just leave it, because when we look back after that first one, like 6 months from now, it's going to be fun to see the growth. And as fun to do, and we don't need to overplay this.
That is absolutely true as far as right, the changes and how things look and how things flow. Let me see where this ends up. That's there. Okay. And yeah, because you have all these overlays to look at and see where things land, right, after you're doing things.
Yeah. So Darren's saying, I don't pay for StreamYard, so I don't use it unless I'm going to have guests. I like 1080p. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so Darren,
we're in the same boat.
Yeah, same boat. So Darren said, did Darren say he uses vMix as his primary, or I can't recall.
Yeah, let us know what if you use anything else, or did you use OBS? Right. I wanted to hit this too, just to make sure I can get this flowing one more time. And here's a little thing, right? I got you in. I have you in right now as a web browser. So now I can't go and bring in like music or something else as a web browser.
Oh, you're locked. Well, wouldn't it just bring in any web browser sound at the same time, even if it's multiple? I would think it would. If you played something,
but wouldn't it be even like your web browser level? Wouldn't it be even to the web browser?
You'd have to control. So let's say you pull in a YouTube one.
I'd have to control it from the browser.
You could control it from the browser. You could just drop the YouTube video thing.
So that's another thing, though. When we go peer to peer, we won't have that.
Here's the thing, though. If you have multiple browsers open, you can choose which browser goes. So you could choose another track. So you could have a YouTube browser version in the advanced for the Windows. When you open another instance of Chrome, it's going to show 2 versions of Chrome open.
Right.
So one can go to music, one could go to a different track, like an AUX track. And then that AUX could be brought in separately.
Yeah, but if I close that browser,
no, won't matter.
It won't matter.
It'll just dump that instance in that settings, in that advanced settings. The other one stays the same because it's still open, and because it only in that advanced, as you know, pulls open anything that's active.
Okay. So these are things I'm learning too.
That's a good idea, Jeffrey. I like it. If I'm going
live by myself, I go OBS Studio to YouTube in 1080. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're doing, Darren. And then the thing that was aggravating was that I couldn't pull up the comments, and I was looking for that, like how I am right now. I was looking for that answer for months and months, and then finally Alan Parecki and I did a video on that. That's my latest regular video from 3 weeks ago. Showed us how easily now we can use his Chrome web browser. What do we call those things? An add-on. They're called extension. It's a Chrome extension, and then I could show all the comments, and that was a huge improvement.
Can I ask you a question?
That changed everything. So,
ask you a vanity question.
Sure.
So if I have 2 versions of this, and I jump from my normal, this is my normal full view, and I do it a little cropped up, am I losing much resolution on your end?
Do it again.
Because I'm not on mine. Huh?
Do it again.
Okay. This would be the full on 1080, blah, blah, blah. And this is it pulled in tighter.
Very little, but the thing is, that's not going to matter if we go peer to peer, because I could go and pull this up. Look.
Oh God, no! Don't ever pull that up again. That is terrible. Whatever you do, delete that function.
So he says, I have that answer. I use the Parecki answer as well. Yeah. So it was him and another coder. Actually, the coder made the software, and then he added it into a Chrome extension, and it became useful. And it's like, it's amazing, right? This is what people were looking for forever. And so it's going to be,
see, I like with using a Sigma, you know, to get the full on, you have that up at my nose to have it. I could push it up closer, but I like having the wide look for things. But I do like, that's one reason I like going through OBS, is having that control of bringing myself in a little closer.
Dude, what I love is like, I love the fact it's the tonsil cam. That's right. I love
it's the booger cam, really.
Right. I love the fact that, like, if someone makes a comment, how fast it shows up for us now compared to StreamYard.
Oh, I was blown away how instant, when I was doing the testing that one day.
Yeah.
How fast it was, like having a conversation with you, like in real time.
Yeah.
And I like that
awesome
for our chat as much as I like it for us to keep things flowing and not being 15, 20 seconds behind.
I love it.
Because you
know what? I want to test my sounds on my Stream Deck actually too.
Okay.
So you have someone at the door?
I don't know, man. You're gonna have to ignore this interruptions today, because I did not plan on going on stream. I didn't warn anybody.
It's the test stream, dude. I'm not stressing about anything. Relax.
It doesn't matter. When this is over, I'm taking them right back to the orphanage.
Did you hear that?
Do it again.
No, you didn't.
Did not.
Yep, I saw it didn't come through. Okay, so that didn't come through my Stream Deck, which means that I have to add something in to do that, to make that happen. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Huh. Oh, I know why now. I know why. I know exactly why. And this is part of the learning curve, is I usually leave the total mix that the Wave XLR gives me, because I usually use it in StreamYard, and I actually have to bring it as an input into here. I don't have it as an input right now. I only have my mic.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the reason why that's probably not working. And also, I didn't want to bring it in right now because I want to do a video how to use the Wave XLR into StreamYard. So I'm going to do that soon. Okay, so that makes sense to me now why that wouldn't be working.
So we're all right. Well, we saved it, you know.
Yeah, I just got to bring. And then what I could do, which I don't want to do it now because I don't want to mess anything, is I could bring that in as an input right now, and I could just, not have it, linked, not used. So it would mute it. Both background colors are cool. Yeah, they're the same as the other night, right?
I didn't. Mine are, yes. I was too lazy to change anything, and again, I didn't know I was doing it. I just clicked the button on, and my lights came on, so I put no thought into it. Thank you, Marlene. We're proud of our colors.
My face is a little brighter than the other night, though. So
it is, and mine's. God,
I just did that because it was just. I didn't want to be too dark today, but.
I also think there's a different.
I'm really happy with everything, though.
Oh, you being happy is interesting. You're never happy.
The only thing
is
here,
really bright.
I'm
bright like you. Like, am I brighter now on camera? I could go like I could bring up. Am I?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just too dark.
No, it's kind of good because it's dark on that side, and then your outside face is lit up a little bit.
You just think half my face is ugly, is what you just told everybody, but fine.
The only thing is my confetti doesn't work with. I tried this last night to fix it. Every time I hit the Stream Deck, it flips me over to my input 1 by myself, and the confetti works, which I have to figure out how it just shows on this Stream 1, like as a total over everything. And I just haven't figured out how to set that yet. I have to figure out. So always fun watching behind the scenes streams. Got to run now, but you look forward to seeing your next
Ah,
iteration.
Chip, nice meeting you. And thanks so much for the help and feedback.
Yeah, thanks for the
and
feedback.
for working with me to tame John, because it takes 2 guys to hold him down and tickle him.
Well, that's weird, but no, thanks for the feedback though. It definitely helps us.
That's weird.
That was weird.
You need a sound effect when I say weird things that weird you out.
Yes, well, that's what I was gonna test, and it just didn't work, unfortunately.
You didn't tell me, and I put on a shirt that apparently, you know, that advertisement where the guy has the V-neck where it's all stretched out
neck.
This is totally stretched out.
That is.
I have that V-neck going on today because probably because I slept the night.
I need an outro. I have no outro.
You do need an outro with some good music, man.
Yeah, I'll get that.
We could pull up our shirts and play our bellies.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Well,
But
it's just an idea. They're no bad ideas, man.
Well, you just had one. I don't say there's no bad ideas.
I love that. You're like, you know, they may tell you that in school, but that was
Right,
that was
it's
a
a
bad
lie.
idea. You just had one, so proof. That's hilarious. This is what I put up with.
I think
I
we're
can't
good.
work like this.
I think
And
we
we're
did enough.
balanced. We're centered. Even though I'm brought in, I do like the option, but I'm centered because I know that was annoying you the other night. So are you happier that I'm more centered and everything?
Well, it looks better on cam.
Oh, geez. Just say yes. You don't have to go like slamming.
I do like
how
it.
awful.
I like it a lot more. It looks a lot better. That's the whole idea.
All right. Yeah, I know.
All right, let me make sure that so that works. My name is John Ryan, blah, blah, blah. That comes in. That looks good. Good. I have a trigger for that. And that's us. And we got the stream tickers working good.
I'm hearing the music. That's cool.
You hear the
Got that going.
music. And I want to bring you in by yourself. And this is J.A. Boom. J. Smith. How we doing? In the house.
Doing great.
Work it. Work
Sounding
it.
good.
Boom.
Yeah. Flipping this over now to get us back. Is that the cue? Oh yeah. See, that's lovely. There you go.
That works. All right.
Yeah.
I think
nice.
we're good, bro.
That's a nice fluid flow. That'll get us through Thursday. Now the question I have for you would be, and we'll talk off screen, but are we doing it in this mode, or are we going to try to do peer-to-peer?
Well,
Thank you, Danielle.
That all depends.
I thought so
if,
too.
You are set up by Thursday, and at that point, we'd have to also make sure that everything works again.
Yeah, but okay. I don't have to be that set up. I mean, I just have to have.
No,
you
as
just have
far
to
as
have my
having
picture
the
and sound.
whatever, if you have to
And I
pay,
dial
if
in.
you have to do anything, whatever.
Oh,
whatever you
I can
decide
take
to
care of
do.
that in a minute. That's not a problem, man. I just. We could. I mean, I can test I thought I'd just test the $60 one just to see, and then I'll upgrade to the next one, and then if I have to, the next one. I don't really care.
Then
I
why
just
don't we
wanted
do
to.
that tomorrow?
Okay, I'll be around
We'll do
tomorrow.
that
if you want.
tomorrow, and we'll make sure all the audio works tomorrow and everything looks good. And then I
We're in
know
a good
everything
place,
works
though.
like this, though. This is good because
Yeah.
then I can
Worst
have
case
anybody.
scenario, we got this totally hammered on this. We got it. And you know what? You should really, when you get off tonight here, just go to Danielle and listen to her all the time.
I have to go right now because I have to hang out with these guys because
I know you got to go get a Frosty
my
and
family.
stuff.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
I know.
They're gonna. I'm probably gonna get yelled at, but
Probably,
right.
but
all right.
right.
Well, anybody who was watching or checking us out, I really appreciate that. And,
thanks for the help.
Thanks for the help. Yeah, absolutely.
They assist. We'll call it the assist. The Stream Buddy assist.
Yeah, it actually worked well, and everything was good.
It helped.
So,
yeah, you did great,
all right,
man. You did
let's
great
say
work.
goodbye. Ciao. Thanks,
Ciao.
guys.
Ciao, 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 everybody. Thanks again. We'll talk to you guys really soon.